Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've been wondering where I've been, I actually was in Japan for 10 days, having just an awesome vacation, an awesome time there. It was my first trip to Japan. I have a lot to show and talk about. I'm debating how much of it I just want to do Pokemon related versus maybe how much I want to show just of the general country. But in the next couple of weeks, be on the lookout for that. I'll be trying to release some content about my trip to Japan. But today, I'm getting caught up. I'm getting back into the swing of things, and I just saw that just yesterday, I'm a little late to the party here, but they released, PokéBeach put up an article releasing some leaks of the secret rare hits from the Glory of Team Rocket set. And it seems like there's people that are kind of negative right now about this, that are not maybe in love with this reveal, but I kind of wanted to give you my perspective just for what it's worth. And maybe if you haven't already seen these, hey, congratulations, now you're seeing them for the first time. But if not, again, I apologize if you've already seen this before. Maybe this is tedious content. You can always click off this video. So right here, like already, I think we're off to a really good start. I think it's fantastic that they've featured Houndoom. I know we got him recently as an illustration rare in what was that? That was Shrouded Fable, right? Yeah, Shrouded Fable, the specialty set. But I think it's really great to have him as a Team Rocket featured card. Makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a really cool card. It's a different perspective than we normally get for Houndoom, where you can kind of see his belly. He's jumping through the air. He's got flames coming out of his mouth. I think this is a really cool card personally. Definitely will be one that I will be interested in. You know, some of these other newer Pokemon I don't have as much of a connection to, I admit, but this is cool art. This Spidops card is a really cool piece of art. I think it's nice that it's just all green and black, but just different shades of green. I think that's a really cool style, and I'm sure with texture this will look really good. Not the biggest fan of this Blaziken. I think it's okay. I would have liked to see maybe Blaziken get a little better treatment. I can see that he's like doing a roundhouse kick and his foot's coming here and there's flames in the air, but it takes a while to figure out what's going on. And I think that's the problem I have with this card, is that when you look at it, like, you don't immediately even know that it's Blaziken. It like takes you a second, you know? Just my 2 cents, but it's not a bad card. It's just not my favorite. I'm not going to go over all of these, but there's Clamperl, Team Rockets, Wobbuffet. I think this is cool. I like that they've included some of these really cartoony cards in different sets. We had like the Clive in Paldean Fates, the Chansey in Twilight Masquerade, just like some cutesy kind of, you know, cartoony art, simple, almost like comic strip style. I think it's pretty cool. Even like this Rocket's Orbeetle, this is more like the Detective Pikachu style art. It's like that pastel kind of painted art. And I think it's just great to see a variety in the set. Probably some of these 3 cards are probably part of why people are maybe not as excited. Weezing, I love to see Weezing. Obviously, we followed Team Rocket with Jesse and James back in the Pokemon Indigo League at the very beginning when Pokemon first came out. So it's very nostalgic for me to see Weezing on a Team Rocket card. I think it's a cool card. You know, again, more of that cartoon style art. This one, I'm torn. I really like Murkrow a lot. I think it's cool with him looking into his trainer's face. It's maybe a little bit too colorful for a Murkrow card. I think the colors are cool, but I almost would like to have seen like maybe a slightly darker treatment for Murkrow. But I do like this card nonetheless. I think it's a cool one. And then of course you've got Zamazenta. Not sure why he's going to be in this set. It seems kind of random for a Team Rocket set, but it is a cool Zamazenta. I mean, you can't argue with that. And then we got Team Rocket's Raticate. I think this is a really cool card, guys. I really do. I think it's pretty awesome. I don't know. Like, it looks like he's kind of running away, maybe, or something. Or he's. That's maybe my one critique, is that it's a little hard to tell what's going on, but the picture is kind of blurry. So we'll see. It looks like you've got a rat chewing on this cord, one on chewing on this cord. So I wonder, it's like, are they up to something? Are they sabotaging something? Maybe that's what it's trying to convey, but I do think it's cool that they featured Raticate with Team Rocket. And then, of course, you got to have Meowth, another cartoony kind of card with Giovanni in the background. I think the cartoony really fits Meowth. Well, the Kangaskhan is okay. It's not my favorite Kangaskhan, but it's okay. And then I'm not even going to cover the full arts, although I will say both this Moltres and this Mewtwo are actually really nice full arts, even though I don't normally like the CGI graphics full arts. Those ones, they're kind of all pretty sweet, even the Persian, the Nidoking. But we're really going to get down to the star of the show here, and that's these SIRs. And man, I'm telling you what, I am stoked about this Moltres. I think this may have just moved up to my top card for the set. Out of the 3 original legendary birds, Moltres was always my favorite. The angle of Moltres' head is maybe a little weird, if I'm honest. It's like, it takes me a second, like almost looks like, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the flames. It almost, I think the head is flipped down and looking at you, right? Versus just bent. Like, so if the bird's flying, I don't think the head is just bent down. I think it's actually flipped back looking at you is I think what's going on. So there's some of this stuff with some of these cards, and maybe that's where people are having their issue, where like it's a little hard to tell what the artist is doing in some of these. But I do think this is a gorgeous card. I think with texture, this is going to be pretty fantastic. There's a lot of detail to the background too. And then the trainer kind of just looking back at Moltres, I think is pretty sick. Guys, we got it. We got a Mewtwo SIR, finally. We've been wanting one for a while. And this is the perfect set for it. And come on, this card's cool. Come on, guys. Like, Mewtwo is looking like an absolute boss in this card. He looks just formidable, you know, with the way his fingers are down. He's kind of hovering up in the air. His pose, the way his tail curls around behind him, the eyes look all menacing. You've got this red energy. I think that maybe is just supposed to be the sky, but it almost feels like energy behind him. And then, of course, Giovanni is looking just super, super dark and intimidating as well. This card goes hard, guys. I think it's really cool. Maybe this would actually be my top chase over the Moltres. I don't know. It's kind of tight, kind of tough. I really think this is going to be a very expensive card, especially with the way the market is going right now. I don't know. This may blow past that Pikachu from Surging Sparks. We're going to have to see. I do hope that they'll print a lot of this set. So over time, I hope that this will come down a lot, but really cool card. If people are disappointed by this, I would like to know what your thoughts are. Like, why? Looks really cool to me. I'm really a big fan of it, but I'd love to hear your thoughts if you don't like it. I love seeing Nidoking featured, and I think it's a really nice Nidoking card. That's a cool pose for Nidoking. This really takes me back to like Gym Heroes Gym Challenge, where you had a mixture of the good trainers and Team Rocket. And even though there wasn't a Team Rocket's Nidoking, there was a Giovanni's Nidoking. It still kind of gives me that vibes, which I think this set and Journey Together were supposed to, like, Destined Rivals and Journey Together are supposed to kind of have that, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, Team Rocket all vibe kind of all coming together. So I think this is a really cool card. I like it a lot. I'd love to get this one in my collection. And Crobat, I think I think it's a good pick, honestly. You've got a bat, kind of a darker Pokemon. It would have been cool if it was Rocket's Crobat. Well, it might actually say Rocket's Crobat. I just barely noticed that there's a Rocket in the back. Yeah, it is Team Rocket's Crobat. Okay, so never mind. Forget that. But yeah, I think it's a cool card. I like that there's all of the Zubats and Golbats in the background. Very similar to what we saw with Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, all in that Ghastly illustration rare from Temporal Forces. So I think this is a beautiful card, guys. I really do. But I could maybe understand how people wanted more. I think it's a little unrealistic to want more. We're going to have these, and we're going to have Heatwave Arena. So we're also going to have the Ho-Oh and some other really fantastic cards there. But from what I'm seeing, guys, this looks really good to me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I definitely don't think that this is going to calm the market down. I think if anything, it's just going to create more hype. I could certainly understand people wanting like maybe more Team Rocket cards and bigger hits, because especially if you go back to like the original Team Rocket set, it just felt bigger. But this is really the trend for how modern sets are. Like you get a lot of repeats, right? You get, because the set's big, but it's big because you have a Moltres, you'll have a Moltres EX double rare card, which none of us care about. And then you'll have this Moltres EX full art card, and then you'll have the Moltres EX SIR. And I'm like, and then sometimes you also, like with the Mewtwo, you also get a gold. I think that's where I get a little annoyed. We have all these types of cards. It would be cool once in a while if we just got a set that was just chock full of illustration rares and special illustration rares. And it didn't have the full arts, it didn't have the gold, it didn't have all the other stuff, but it was just so big that it was still hard to hit specifics, right? Like Mewtwo could still be just as hard to hit in a set like that as he is going to be in Destined Rivals if you got rid of the full arts. That's just my thought, but feel free to disagree with me. Just my 2 cents. I really think this is going to be an amazing looking set. Excuse me. I think this is going to be an amazing set. I think it looks amazing so far. So if we also look at the other side of Destined Rivals, which is, this already came out a long time ago, right? But Heatwave Arena, just in case you've forgotten, there's some really cool cards in this set. I mean, like top one for me is the Ho-Oh EX special illustration rare. I think that's going to be really nice. I like it. It's like Ethan's Ho or something. Yeah, Ethan's Ho. I think that's a really nice card. I think Cynthia's Garchomp, that might be number 2. That's pretty freaking sick. I know Dragon Clasher, if you're there in the comments, I know this is going to be your top chase card. But yeah, so I think this is a beautiful set as well. I think combined, when you put these two together, you're going to have a really, really strong set. Misty's Psyduck is really cool. Ethan's Typhlosion. Dude, I forgot about this card. This is such a good card. I don't know. This almost punches above the Ho for me. Like I probably like Ho more than I like Typhlosion, but I think art-wise, this Typhlosion is fire. And it is fire. It's fire type, right? But no, I mean, seriously, this is a great card. I really dig this Rapidash too. It's just different. It's so different. It wouldn't be like my top pick for a Rapidash card, but it's kind of cool just to have something really different, you know? And that's one thing I love about illustration rares is they just throw different stuff in once in a while. Even like this Hydrapple, it's like, that's pretty sick. Like this is a Pokemon that I normally don't care at all about, but I'm like, that's a cool card. Like that's a piece of art that's actually making me care about this card and want to collect it. I think that's a sign of like some phenomenal art when you can get somebody to care. Misty's Lapras, come on guys, like so good. It's so good. You put both of these sets together and I really think we have a phenomenal set. So I don't know what the negativities, where that's coming from. I really think it's going to be very good. Is it a perfect set? No. Does it have the structure of like an old school vintage set where you have a lot of those like holo rares, which would be now like SIRs? I don't know. We'll have to see how many of these they include. I think some of these will probably get pulled out and turned into promos. Let's just hope and pray that like a lot of the big hitters all stay in there, like the Mewtwo and the Ho-Oh and the Typhlosion and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to give my perspective on that and talk about that today and kind of just let you all know that I'm still here. I haven't disappeared. I haven't given up on the content game. Life has just been different lately. I've been in another country, so it's good to be back, and I definitely hope to let you guys know a little bit more about my trip. But if you enjoyed the content, if you want to check out more, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll be alerted when I release new content. And please give me a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this new set, Destined Rivals, coming out, and if you're going to be opening some or not. I guess it kind of depends on the price, right? But leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.